Okay, here you go. All things are grouped in bundles of four that relate to one thing that comes from an unknown, an element of the unknown. Okay, at this point. Okay, so we have, for instance, mankind. Not to be sexist. Mankind, mind, body, soul, spirit. Okay. The difference between the soul and the spirit is all things existence. It is the space that things dwell in. But I'm not defining the spirit as that, but I'm just saying it's the one thing that connects everything. So the fact that you can see it and you're connected to it, if it exists in reality, it's because it's. This is just mankind here, so how to actually define each one as everything we relate to its number. I don't know the terms for those yet. So we have the very basics. Okay, now that's just one thing. So and then here we have let's I don't know we have a universe. Okay, a galaxy, everything in the universe. No, galaxy. Okay, galaxy. So we have stars, we have planets, and we have moons, and then what else do we have? Oh yeah, we have the rogue, the things that fly asteroids. Now, can we think of any other things that fit inside a galaxy? So that's one. That's four. What do we got? As far as things that move. I can't really think of anything. So, now let's move on to knowledge. Okay. I think I've done this one before. Knowledge, whatever. Knowing. We know math. We have numbers. We have language, speech. You have the past. So we have history. And then you have I guess history would be more. It wouldn't be history. Numbers would relate to. Oh, numbers would relate to chemistry. Yeah, I think that's. And then language, and that'd be biology. Because history would fit in the biology section. Because language would fit in there, but language also relates to numbers, and I'll show you that. Oh, the Hebrew language, every letter in the Hebrew language is a number. I learned that years, or just recently, about a year ago. Chemistry. Would it be? What? Yeah, I guess we shot a satellite, and I think we used our hydrogen to communicate with. So yeah, okay. Now, I don't know. Let's think of elements. Okay, we got water, air. You have the earth, or ground, earth, okay. And you have fire. Fire. So we got elements. Okay, so that's all inclusive pretty much. And you can do that with literally every single thing that exists. Next is the number system. So we have one being the one thing that connects all things together. We're going to call that the spirit, because there's one. All the spirits dwell from one spirit. You have all things in existence relate to existence. And, in a government system, you have the president, like, he's the, and the people would be like four, because they're all unique, but still part of the governing body. So we have spirit, we're going to assign a 1. Okay, 2, we're going to have a mind. Okay, so the mind was like, mind is there's 2 essences of the mind. You have the quiet mind, you have your talking mind, right? And then we have 3, body. And it is the vessel, the containment. So if you look at, I guess God, you have the Trinity here, right? And if you look at every other major religion, there's, I guess the ones that stand today, what is that? The Indian gods or whatever, they have their 3 main gods, and you have a couple other ones that, yeah. So, but we're jumping into our reality, not past the point, or not before the point of existence. So we're assigning a number system to organize every 4 things that fit into a group. So you have the one thing that fits everything together. You have the thing that's in between that exists, but you don't know if it really honestly exists in anybody else. But by their words, by observation, you can't hear their thoughts. They have to make a behavior to express that. And that's when you use the body. So what you see, what you can touch, that's the body. And then 4, you would have your soul. Okay, we have everything that is in existence is unique to its own individuality, right? If it's 2 exact things, like this is that and that, 2 exact dots, but one's to the right, one's to the left. So this is the dot on the right, and that's the dot on the left, but they're both 4s. But if you can separate 2 things by location or weight or, etc. So all things are going to fit in this 4. This is going to be like the governing body, or without this, nothing can exist. When you have this, it exists inside. So you have my wine box here. 2 would be the inner side, like inside there. 3 would be all that you see, and then 4 would be villa. So we got mass, or want to go with mass or measurements. So you got measurements. It's not gonna be in order. Never done this before. So you got length, width, depth, volume. I speed that pretty fast. That is all inclusive to all measurements. Now, how are we going to break this up? Volume. Now I'm going to say that's going to be, that's close. Depth. Length. Do all things have length? Do all things have width? Okay, so we have our 2s and 3s here. All things in existence have a volume. Yes, they do. I think air particles, I have to just spread pretty thin. So volume is going to be our number 1. I might be wrong. Length and width. Okay. I guess it's really subjective. Okay, that'd be to assign those numbers would be pretty difficult. It's like when I tried to assign emotions and feelings, which one was which. Original length, width. Oh, it would be width because if it was, I don't know, I lie. And then we have depth. So we got 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you just keep on going and going and going with everything. So if you want to do, let's say, the Big Bang, or the beginning of existence. All right. I think we already did that with the stars. Oh, origin. Oh, okay. So existence. Okay, everything in existence has an origin. Everything in existence has a location. It has I was going to say volume, but it has a body. It has a celestial body. Okay, and it has origin, location. I would say relativity, but relativity. I have no idea what relativity means. Has weight. Yes. No. So location before, and mass. Did we do location down here? Did we not do that one? Okay. Location would always be a 4 no matter where you go. Body's always going to be a 3. Mass is going to be 2. 1. And then this is going to be the 4 things and 1. Anyways, it just goes like that. So now if you look at the Hebrew language, if you look at numerology, if you look at, I don't know, I'll just keep it simple. Hebrew language, I don't know it off the top of my head, but 1 is going to be like, it says it's the father. The head. 2 is the door. 3 is the authority, I think. 4 is the door. This is the window. And in numerology, it's going to be 1 is some absolute or something like that. And anyways, 1 and father and origin and spirit and length and volume, all the 1s are always going to be 1. If you want to talk about something that might have everything's going to relate to its single digit number. So when I was talking to you about creating the artificial intelligence thing, you have nouns, you have verbs, adverbs, and you have nouns, verbs, adverbs. Oh yeah, and the A's and does and stuff. Wow, it's been a while. So, but with nouns, there's 8 different types of nouns. So after you got the 4, you would have like proper noun. So proper noun would be assigned to as a number 4, right? Because it's like a name. But, so you say proper, and you look at proper. Proper is making it a 4, but a noun, the original number for a noun, I think, so verb is action, so that's going to be a 2. And then adjective, a 1 or a noun. Yeah. And I think adjective is a 1, noun is 3. So proper noun would be a 3. So now you want to say Jesus. In the Bible, Jesus is number 7. Feels like a 6. What would that be? You'd have a verb and an adjective. So anyways, that's pretty much key to everything. So if now, absolute truth. So let's just say you went to the mall and somebody, like, you can always, you're going to have your perception, you're going to have your so for perception, you're going to have objective, subjective, you have the actual event, the reality, and then you have, now if you saw burning bush on fire and if you saw something you never seen to possibly explain, and I guess it's more like the unnatural, right? So then you go into all the psychology books. There's 8 different types of perceptions, okay? So if you draw a little circle, you got these two perceptions that match up as one, but you can always throw the natural and unnatural in there, it's going to be 4. It's just, they do the circle to make it a little more divided, and you should really just break it up into 4, and break this up into 4, and this up into 4, and always spread out that way. And so if something is called, if we're talking about physics, okay, I don't know anything about physics, except I can solve things in physics I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about it. So, oh yeah, okay, got quantum, I'm just assuming that's a 4. You have nuclear, I don't know, and have organic, I don't know. But then you would go from nuclear physics and branch off on 4. And so in the science of physics, if they have 2 theoretical ones, or they have 5 theoretical nuclear physics, if they have 5 theoretical nuclear physics to be grouped under this one of those 4 is a waste of time. Or it's, let's say it's this one, and then there's a subparticle one, and they don't know how that it actually relates to this one. So then you drop it down to here, and if this exists as one, then these other 3 exist for study. So scientists go look in these areas and look for these items, and you know exactly what you need to look for as it relates to its number. Even though it's from a theory, if this theory relates to this theory, then this theory is not actually a theory anymore. So, anything that if anybody's trying to waste their time doing anything, drop out the 4s. Put it in the category of 1, 2, 3, 4. And if 2 things, but both of them are just theory, weigh them out for which number they're assigned to, and if one of them doesn't fit the number, like if there's, this one is a theory, and then you got a theory over here, but this theory doesn't match to any of these other ones, and this is just, it's not going to fit anywhere. It's a waste of time. So if they want to do, I don't know, I can do everything. Yeah, anyways, I don't know if that made any sense, so never actually, I made a video earlier, but yeah, so my gift to you.